first found out about Edge Church when my friend Janelle texted me, asked me to come to the church, and I very politely said to her, no, thank you, I'm an atheist, just so you know, but thanks for the invite, appreciate it. And then I held my breath, wondering if she was ever going to talk to me again. We went for a walk a few days later, and she just asked a lot of questions about, what that meant. And she told me about the church, and she did it in such a way that she didn't pry. When she asked me to come to her baptism, and I said yes, one, I surprised her, but two, I said yes because I felt like the way she handled it and the way that she was very open and questioning in a good way and very accepting of where I was, that I would be welcomed into the church for a day, that nobody would sit there and pry. I came to her baptism, had every intention of just sitting in the back, sneaking out when all was done. Janelle had other ideas. She actually sat me in the front row next to Pastor Ryan. Still at that point, I'm like, all right, I'm an atheist. I'm just here to support my friend who's been very supportive of me. By the end of that sermon, I was in tears. I walked into something having no expectations of it, and it blew me away. The music was amazing. The service, it felt like Pastor Ryan was talking directly to me. It wasn't until you guys moved into the new place that I started to really come on a consistent basis. I took my coupon for the free Bible, and that's when I met Brittany, who was very, welcoming, asked my name, and I came back the next week. I remember seeing Brittany that day, and she walked by me and she's like, hi Megan. She remembered me. Here's this church moving into this new place, all these new people coming, and she remembered who I was. And it made me feel very warm. It made me feel very welcome. And I actually pulled back and didn't go to the church for probably a little over a month. Here's this atheist having daily, and I sort of felt I was a poser. I was coming to this church, I'm not a member, I haven't actually said God's in my life yet. When I realized though that I was missing out, I was like, wait a minute, that's exactly where I want to be, and that's exactly where I need to be. I realized I needed a relationship with God because I was going through the worst time in my life. My husband had left me, going through a divorce, going through, some of the hardest pain I've ever gone through. I share 50-50 custody of my son, so there's 50% of the time I don't have my son with me. And those are hard times, and they're lonely times. At least they were. They were lonely times. I started to have conversations, and I realized that God was on the other end of those conversations. The more and more that I went to church, the more and more I realized these conversations are with God, and that I'm not alone. All along I had told Janelle, I've been an atheist for 32 years, this is not going to change overnight, baby steps. When I decided to go to the Edge 101, I knew as soon as I said I'm going to be baptized, it was the right thing to do. I don't even know how to describe it. It was just this overwhelming feeling of peace. I talked with Ronan and I said, you know what, this is your decision. I said, I'm going to get baptized in 2 weeks, and that's my choice. He thinks about it, he goes, Mommy, that's a tough choice. But I believe in my heart it's the right choice. And I laughed and I said, okay. And I was so happy that's the choice he made, because that meant we get to do it together. And that was really important. I mean, if I had done it by myself and he chose not to, that's fine. I was ready to do it. But it meant so much more that we got to do it together. We're still learning a lot. This is still new to us, and we're still learning a lot, but we're doing it together, which is really nice, and that's something that we can share.